Hello, beautiful people. Hope everyone is doing great. Haven't really been around for a few days. Been pretty busy at work and stuff. But it's okay because I got plenty of videos, up at this point. So it's not like you guys are missing out. Especially if you guys are new, there's stuff to watch to be catching up on things. um, but today I wanted to talk about starting over. Time to start over, right? And this probably won't be for everyone, so just keep that in mind. Discernment is key. All of these things, because you better than anyone knows where you stand with your own life and your own journey. I'm only here to remind you of certain things that you may not be aware of. That's all I'm trying to do. So the question is, what is it in your life right now that you feel it's not working out for you, or you don't feel connected to it anymore like you once did? You don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel perhaps valued, respected. Um, you don't feel like you're getting the energy back of the energy that you're pouring into it. All of these things. I've spoken about some of these things in some of my prior content. What I'm trying to say is that people have this idea or misconception that, or maybe it's more of a comfort zone type of thing, that because of fear of change, fear of the unknown, you don't you don't make a move. You don't take the steps necessary to maybe reset a specific aspect of your life and just start over. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship, if it's some, fake friends that you have that you're tired of it and you don't want to deal with it anymore. If it's a work related thing, let's say a job, you don't feel like that's good for you anymore. Because you see, you have to keep in mind that sometimes as you're going on this journey of your own spiritual path, per se, you're gonna outgrow a lot of things, people as well, and you're gonna reach a point that if you keep, you know, doing the right thing, you're gonna start feeling like you're completely like out of place at some point. And this may not be the case for everyone. So, like I said, keep that in mind. I'm not here to tell you what you should do with your own life. You're the one who makes those choices and decisions, right? You're the master of your own path. What I'm here to do is to basically maybe give you a bit more of a clear vision, perhaps, clear that fog a little bit, help you see some things that you may not have seen yet or realized. Because if you're feeling discomfort about something, that means that something is out of place or something is unbalanced, and maybe the best solution for the situation is to just move on from that and then do something else. It's that simple. And there is no age restriction when it comes down to things like that. That's the other thing. It's never too late to do something about whatever it is that you want to change in your life. So if that's what you feel that you have to do in your gut, if that's what your intuition is telling you, because trust me, you will know the signs if you're self-aware, if you're paying attention to things, you will know the signs. It'll happen. You may even get a little voice in your head telling you something here and there, be like, I don't know about this. So you sometimes you should listen to that. Most of the time we don't. We just brush it off and it's just my mind playing tricks on me or whatever, but sometimes that little voice that comes in your head telling you things, it's that side of you that you're not always connected with, but that sometimes comes up every once in a while to remind you that, maybe this is not such a good thing for you, or maybe this is not such a good idea. You know what? I don't know. I'm not feeling this. So maybe, yeah, that's how it works. Go on and sit down with that for a bit if that's what you have to do to figure it out. Don't no need to rush, decisions and things like that. But sometimes right away. Sometimes you may have to do a little bit of introspection to figure it out. But basically, what I'm saying is, don't have this mindset that, oh, I've been here for too long. I don't want to do something else now. This is guaranteed income for me, this and that, all of these things, right? Because sometimes the best outcome for certain things may come out of you taking that leap into the unknown and trusting that you are being watched for, taken care of, and there is a bigger plan, a bigger picture that you can't quite see just yet, but somehow you feel and you know that if you take that leap, regardless, everything is gonna happen as it is supposed to happen. Sometimes the best plan is not to have a plan. There are all these things that so many people have talked about at this point. And it's all very true. But it'll all depend on a lot of things, circumstances. So you're the one who has to know. You're the one who has to have the discernment, the intuition, that gut feeling. Like I said, you know your life better than anybody else. You will know if you have to do something like that, because most likely you've already been feeling that for a while, but you just decided not to take action and not to do anything about it. But sitting on your butt thinking that a miracle is going to fall from the sky onto your lap, sometimes it's not the ideal way of looking at things. Because in order for some sort of change to happen in your life, there is going to have some type of action that is going to be needed to be the catalyst for that change to come to the surface. So what you have to do is take the action that will be necessary for that. And then you just have to trust the process. Feel and trust and know that you will be fine, you will be okay. And everything in life is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. This is how the universe works. Energy only transforms. Energy never ceases to exist. Everything in this universe, everything in this world, everything in this life is of a alchemical nature, is of an alchemical nature. It's all about alchemy, alchemizing yourself, working on yourself, doing what is necessary to achieve this state of being, this mind state, being connected with yourself, your heart, your soul, your own divine spark, God, whatever you want to call it. And that is how it works, my friends. So if you're at a crossroads in your life right now, I am not here to tell you what to do, because you know what to do. Chances are you've known what to do for a while, but you're just sitting there, overthinking, overanalyzing, painting outcomes, scenarios that haven't happened and probably won't ever happen. So instead of doing that, act upon it. And trust and faith and believe and feel that everything is going to be okay. Because we are never alone. There are energies, there are beings that are part of us that we are not aware, that are always planning the best plan of action, the best outcome, the best possible future for ourselves. But most people go on about their whole lives never understanding or realizing, and this is how life works. But if you're not aligned, if you're not in tune with yourself, of course you're never going to know these things. You're never going to understand, and you're never going to believe anyway. So you're going to go on your whole life not doing anything about it, being dissatisfied with a lot of things, blaming yourself about things, because you're not understanding the picture. You're not taking the time, to just sit with yourself, sit with your silence, your stillness, and listen, pay attention, reconnect. Everything is already there. You have all the answers you always had. So, once again, and for the last time, before I am gone, for this one anyway, you have to trust. And you know what's best for yourself more than anybody else in this world. So if you're feeling that you have to do something, chances are you do. And all you gotta do is act and understand that everything is going to be fine. It's never too late to make a change in your life, whatever type of change that may be. Sometimes that will be the best thing that you have ever done to yourself in your life. Understand that. Really, I mean it. And with that said, I'm gonna leave this one here. I love you all, truly and deeply. And I will catch you all next time. I'll probably try to come back to my regular, schedule of uploads and stuff after tomorrow or somewhere around tomorrow. This week's been a little hectic for me with like work and things. So, yes, take care, my friends, and I'll catch you later.